by my honor and the light, I swear my life will be a dagger for Sightblinder's eye. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. We've won 4 games in a row, guys. 4 matches. We're back in Kyber 1. And this is GAC 55, match 5. It's 5v5. My opponent has 5,000 more relics. No, 1,000 more relics. It's still a lot, guys. It's still a lot. And I can't... This match is too much for me, probably. So, huge shout out to my patrons. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support, guys. I really couldn't do this without you. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment, mount the algorithm. Folks, if you like these videos of GAC matches, you gotta make it known. They don't get that many views. And if they got more views, if they got more clicks, more visibility, something, hopefully we can keep doing more of these. But there's a reason I kind of backed off of doing these and started doing more generalist videos. Anyways, just fair warning here, folks. I love you all. These are my favorite kind of videos, to be honest. So, what are we up against, guys? He's got 3 million more GP than me. This is an end game account that I have for the most part. I mean, I don't spend much money on it, $10 a month, just for the conquest pass, and that's it. But I mean, essentially end game, and this guy beats us by 3 million, guys. Not only is he beating us by a lot of GP, look at all those Omicrons. I have 44 total. 36 of them are GAC. He has 81 total, 52 of GAC. It's not close, folks. It's not close at all. It's crazy is what it is. But that's what we get. And you can see he has Jar Jar. He has the 2 lover boys. He has Lord Vader. We have none of those. And so relics, he has 1,000 more relics than us, folks. Maybe not quite. I'm sorry. At 960. You guys who love math are awesome. Modding. He doubles all of my stuff, if not triples it. Look at those 20 plus speed, guys. 675. I have 213. More than triples. I don't even have words. Datacrons. He beats me pretty handily, over double what I've got. So, suffice it to say, this is a very strong account. This account has my main account dwarfed, though not by quite as much. And my main account has beat this guy a few different times. So, he's not an unbeatable, unassailable foe. He's really big, and he is a good player. He does know what he's doing. So, defense. I have the same defense as last time. We have those Gungans with Nest, because it's so funny, guys. If you look at the row at the top, and you see, I have a team like that on defense, and then we face this just mountain of madness. I mean, you don't see Gungans here anywhere. He's got a few different teams. Like he's got Imperials. He's got an Inquisitor team. And he's got an Iden team with TIE Fighter pilot. They're really old school. A few other teams. Nothing too crazy, though, really. I mean, the Finn Zori team, of course, is scary. Like, it's all meta stuff for the most part, except for the Iden one. I don't know what he's doing with that. But it's good teams. It's just crazy high relics. Everything is relic 7 unless it's 7 or 8 or 9. So let's jump into the fight, folks. We have to clear that bottom zone, and so we got to take out Rey. That's the obvious one. We know what we're using against Rey, and then everything else is just gonna touch and go. We got to figure it out, folks. So let's get to it, shall we? Remember to like, and subscribe, and do all that stuff, folks. Mount the algorithm before it mounts you. Watch Malicos mount the algorithm. Rey is codename algorithm, if you didn't know that. I didn't even know that until I just made it up just now. It was epic of me. I just decided to stun someone. Like, Barris is about to take a turn. So, okay, so there's healing immunity, or sorry, there's crit immunity that Rey has, and as long as she has that, see, I'm showing the stream, as long as she has that, I can do damage to her with Malicos without Barris healing. And I was hoping, folks, that my Maul would be able to one-shot Barris, but that's one of the benefits of having, it's one of the Barris fits of, I don't know what I'm saying, of having Relic 8 on your Barris. I did throw some rocks at her. I got a bonus L3 to kill as well, which was pretty dang fancy. And then look at how close Maul is just to death, folks. And he actually did die there. I'm glad he died, and then Fulcrum really died. The way Maul is still around, of course, is because Malicos has Savior. Now, we get Rey into the red, throw the rocks to hopefully kill whatever his name is, Ben, and then finish off Rey. And now we've got Sortie. Man, you think Sortie can deal with this? Poor old Fulcrum is just dead, but Relic 9 on Ben ruined our banners. Like, very impressive. Very impressive. Very well. All right, let's use Jedi Master Luke here, and he doesn't have the annoying data. Like, I don't know how he doesn't have the really good Datacron. Maybe he has it and he just doesn't have it deployed or something, but I decided to just use my good Jedi here, which is a little bit of a mistake. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, folks. Malgus could kill this team regardless of Datacron. There's a few other teams that could kill it, and I decided, oh, my Jedi could do it. The problem with this is that I was planning on using my Jedi to kill a different team in this zone, which becomes problematic later. You can see it's foreshadowing, guys. It's not spoiling, it's foreshadowing. So, anyways, the easy fight here, because we don't have to hurt all of them in order to kill one of them. It's so crazy. Like, once this Datacron expires in 4 more matches, is this just going to, like, is this going to be the easiest team to beat? Well, I'll just be like, oh, yeah, we know exactly how to beat that, because it used to be so hard, and we all had to get really good to fight this team. Or are we just going to find new epic ways to fail? I kind of think it's the latter. Yes, I like ladders. Oh, sorry about the creaking here, folks. Shuffling around in my chair is noisy. 65 banners. Woo! Okay, so we're doing good so far. I decided to use Sith Eternal Emperor here, and it's a fine balance here, folks. So I have 3 Zetas on my Sith Eternal Emperor, and I just don't have all the stuff at high relics, like my Sidious. I wanted to keep my Sidious around just in case, but only 3 Zetas on Sidious means we're not healing that much. We're not doing, like, so you throw armor in there. You don't want him to, if it was only Sith Eternal, they would just focus him down and kill him, almost certainly. So I decided, yeah, let's bring Sith Eternal with some friends, but if you take the full complement of friends, you're burning banners that you don't need to burn. And so we're just trying to figure out obviously trying to figure out what we're doing. Now, one thing to note here, folks, is you gotta get a clue of what your opponent is doing. If they have it in the back zone or whatever, you know, who knows, but you can see he has 8th brother here, which means he's almost certainly planning on using his Inquisition either on defense or offense with 9th sister instead of the Reva cron, which is fine. The 9th sister cron is very strong, of course, but yeah. Poor old Sith Empire Trooper, man. He barely lived. I guess lucky Sith Empire Trooper. Okay, so here's the issue, folks. Here's the problem. I was gonna use my Jedi Master Luke to kill this team, and then I just kind of forgot about it and jumped in to kill the other squad that we were killing. You know, the Zori team, and so instead, okay, I'm like, all right, let's use this team. We'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Like, Anakin's almost dead. We killed Qui-Gon right away. We'll be fine. And, gosh, I set it to 200 speed because I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this, guys. 200% speed. Maybe it was even 300% speed. You can see how extremely quick they're going sometimes, but I just, look, I'm not going to sit here and preach about how perfect and immaculate this account is. It's got its warts. It's got Relic 4 on Stormtrooper. It's got Relic 6 on Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. It doesn't have wonderful mods compared to my opponent, especially, but this is where the relics really come in. And you could also see, you know, you just see evidence in it in a lot of different places. Like the relics, look at that, Relic 9 on Mace, Relic 8 on Mace, he'd have died. He'd have easily died there. But he didn't, and so we were left with just the cleanup to do. I decided to use Nightsisters. Well, and here's the thing, folks. If we lose this, it's not going to be a crazy, like, egg in my face kind of, like, embarrassing moment. It's just going to be, I wish we had been able to beat this guy. And actually, guys, as of this recording, I have no idea. My opponent has not attacked yet. So I don't know if we've won or not. So just in case people are always like, dude, you spoiled it. I'm like, dude, a lot of times I record this before I know the results, so I spoiled what was in my head, maybe. But when nothing's in your head, you're good to go. Anyways, getting wins, yes, that's great. You want to do that. You want to kill Anakin first here, by the way, which we managed. Getting wins is wonderful. I love getting wins. More important than that, did we find a way to acquit ourselves well? Did we find a way to, you know, show that we belong in this place? Like, can we I don't know. I don't want easy fights, guys. I don't care about wins as much as I care about doing well. Maybe that sounds really cheesy. I just want to do well. I just want to play as hard as I can and have some challenges. Sometimes it feels like more challenge than is reasonable, but we didn't sign up for easy, folks. That's not what we're here for on this channel. At least that's not what I'm here for. Like there are way easier ways to do things, but I don't find that nearly as rewarding, and I don't find that nearly as like long-term feasible either. They're kind of a scare here. They almost killed old Daka, and I had forgotten to revive with her. I got carried away with trying to summon Marin as a revive, a temporary revive, and it's kind of a mistake. But anyways, folks, taking forever. I think I sped this thing up to like 200% speed as well. Still takes forever, but we got the cleanup. Went for minimal cost, and let's see what's in the back zone here, folks. Please, may we? Okay, he's got Gungans, of course, Relic 8 or 9. Take your choice, a SAW team, and then a STAP team. Okay, and so I decided, folks, here's another thing. I decided to do a little bit of science. I was pretty sure, people were like, yeah, for sure, Bane beats Gungans. I was like, oh, cool, okay, so why don't we use Bane to kill the Gungans and just see, because I hadn't seen it before. Wanted to use Bane. And instead, the frog people friggin' killed Bane. Bunch of, ugh. So frustrating. I did have a backup for this though. So first off, his Amidala team, we can't beat the Amidala team without Jedi Master Kenobi at this point. Bane could kill it, and so could Kenobi. So we got to do that, and then we do have a plan for the frogs in a minute. But see, this is, I was like, man, all right, we're probably gonna lose this anyways, right? Like, it's fine. Let's try a thing that I thought had a high win percent, and apparently I was wrong about it having a high win percent. Frankly, I didn't look it up. Maybe I'm the only person who's lost to, you know, as a boss Nass cron. Maybe the people who I've been talking to have been using Jar Jar cron instead, or maybe we just got the numbers wrong. One way or another, I thought it was a reasonably high percentage win. Clearly, it didn't pan out for us, but I did have a plan as a backup, and that's one thing you got to remember, guys, is if you're going to science in a fight, in a match that you want to win, you've got to, you got to first off expect, like, okay, sometimes I'm going to lose this, and that's not my favorite, but that's just how it goes, you know. And then the other piece of it is you want to have a backup. You need to have a backup, because if you're still going to try to win the thing, you have to have a way that you think you could come out of this, you know, without totally being screwed. So, anyways, this is taking forever. I decided, all right, hitting their Relic 9, Master Qui-Gon. Was I only 8? That's crazy. What a silly guy with only Relic 8 Qui-Gon. What's he thinking? Silly guy. He's silly. So, eventually, I decided to stop hitting Qui-Gon. So, I don't know, let's have a moment of candor here, folks. I don't know the Kenobi or Qui-Gon kits super well. I just don't. So, he wasn't dying. He had some kind of defense mechanism to help him survive assisting or something, so I decided to just start hitting Yoda instead, and then doing single hits on him, and it worked. Alright, he's got Iden here, folks, but he's got TIE Fighter Pilot, and this is a chance for us to kind of take advantage of a poor team design. So he's got all the relics, like Relic 8 on Iden, of course, is very impressive, and everything, it's all very impressive, but, ooh, a rare Relic 7, look at that. Here's the thing, though, guys. TIE Fighter Pilot can stop, like, Wampa from killing this team because he has tenacity down. You can see my guys had tenacity down for a minute there. So you might not want to use your, you might want to use Wampa against this team. Though, actually, I was looking at his history after the fact, like right before I filmed this video, and I noticed that his opponent from last week did, in fact, use Wampa to beat this team. It's just a like a way lower win rate. I think his opponent was, frankly, a little bit foolish to do it that way, but this is, I mean, it takes a while, and I've got taken a really long time to even explain why I'm doing this. Guys, if you kill Iden right now, like if you just snipe her out, she doesn't revive. She can't, she doesn't revive. You know, normally the rules are you have to kill all the troopers around her, then kill Iden, or she just infinitely revives. With TIE Fighter Pilot there, because he's not a trooper, she can just be sniped out. Now, of course, she has that little revive orb thing, so it looks like she's self-reviving, but it's really that buff that's reviving her, not the, not her innate ability to revive. So, anyways, dash with Hondo here. Pretty good, man. It's good enough. 65. Don't have the relics he does, but we have the mechanics on our side. Now, it's time to clench, folks. It is time to clench for all you're worth. Leia versus Gungans. Now, I'm trying to remember. On my main account, I think I also did this match, and I think they killed Adrad, like, right away. And that was super miserable. I think I still won that. I forget if it was my main or this one, though. So, let's find out, folks. Let's find out. Are they going to do the fish fry right now? It's kind of looking grim for old fisheroo here. Of course, they know that there's always a bigger fish, so I probably should have used Leia to call Akbar, or Akbar's first buddy, his predecessor. You can only have one Admiral Fish. Did you know that, guys? I think it's in the bylaws somewhere. Anyways, he comes close to dying a few times. It looks like maybe he's going to evade at least some level of death. Now, one thing to keep in mind, folks, people say, like, oh, you can't revive when you're facing Gungans. Like, they do no revive, and I don't remember if there's something in the Datacron that stops revive as well, but remember, it's only from attacking Gungans who are attackers. Not just like some random Gungans attacking you. They have to be the classification attacker in order for you to stop being able to revive. And so, yes, if they kill one of your friends, you may not be able to revive them. That is true. However, it's not always true. It's not, you know, unless there's something in the Datacron that says it, at least, which I'm not sure. Now, one thing that kind of bothers me, folks, is why is the shield generator something you can miss? It can evade. If you're blind, you can miss shooting it, and I get it. Blind people would miss things a lot, I suppose. Oh, there goes trash can down the trash can. But like in this game, if someone is stunned, you can always hit them, even if you're blind, even if you have the debuff blind. And in this case, though, you just you're screwed. In this case, you're sorry out of luck. You can't hit the stupid thing. It's gonna evade you. Okay, killed Boss Nass. Killed the generator. Killed Boss Nass. Looks like we barely came out ahead. What a mess, folks. We're 50 seconds away. Like, maybe we'll just time out. Who knows? What a crazy thing, man. Gungans are so overpowered right now. So crazy. Like, what? Oh, the frog people strike back. Alright, we got the cleanup here. Now it's time for the clench as well. So, in a lot of ways, this season is showing Malgus to be the kind of flexible, badass character that he is. Like, he's so strong. It's so tilting to face him when he's on defense and you don't have the right counter. But then when he's on offense, he kills so much stuff. So this is a GG STAP team. Look at this. Relic 9 on Magna Guard. What a tool, man. He's so crazy. But yeah, we're holding our own slowly but surely. They're getting crits on Malak, which is fearing them, which is great. And I'm trying to save that. I'm trying to save the force drain thing that Malak has for Grievous. I'm hoping we can just one-shot Grievous here. He's not getting any of his protection back right now. So he's doubting. So let's kill him. Alright, easy mode, right? Not for Basti. Goodbye, Basti. You think Basti is short for bastard? I don't think so either, but I just thought I'd say it. Stream of consciousness, bro. Okay, Magna Guard. He gone. Relegate on STAP, obviously. Why wouldn't you? And honestly, why wouldn't you? I like this huge roster, guys. It's crazy. I don't want to face it. And if we faced a less relict version of this team, we would probably... I looked, and my opponent's last opponent, so he only got cleared one time last week, and this opponent's final opponent was the one who cleared him, and he lost... I think he used, like, I don't know, more than 5, probably more than 10 teams to kill this GG STAP. Like, it's a tough team to beat, but Malak and Malgus are just so good with that combination of doubt and fear. It's just really strong. Okay, so let's get an epic confrontation in here, folks. Oh, this is the one I was gonna screenshot for the I forgot that I was gonna do this one as my screenshot for the thumbnail, but it's too late, guys. It's too late. We can't do it anymore. So Dark Trooper Moff Gideon versus Bo-Katan. Who's gonna win? I have mostly Relic 7. He has mostly Relic 9 and 10. But I used Whistling Birds there. I only have one Omicron, and I used Whistling Birds there. Look at Bo-Katan just murdering the chump. I used Whistling Birds on the one guy who can stop me from reviving, because I do have that one revive from Bo-Katan lead, because that's the Omicron that I have. And the one other thing I want to point out, folks, is they do so many instances of damage. Look at how many, we've got our stacks of, I forget what it's called, whatever the buff is that you get innately from Bo's lead that adds to your defense. Everyone's got a ton of those because they do so many like micro transactions, like miniature versions of damage, that everyone's maxed out pretty dang quick, and then they can't do damage to you. Bo-Katan is such a fun team, guys. It is seriously. The more I play it, the more I'm like, gosh, it's that one and Malgus. Those are probably my two favorite teams right now, of like just flexible teams that do a lot of cool stuff for you on offense. Like, they're not world beaters, but they'll beat a lot of stuff even without their datacrons. So okay, he's got relic 8 Nightsisters with the Omicrons, of course, and I was like, okay, look, I don't like the idea of using GG STAP here because I think they're gonna get blendered, but I never see other people beating it with Nightsisters. So I got a 59, got rolled through those Nightsisters. I had like bounty hunters that maybe could have killed them, but against relic 8, bounty hunters are gonna struggle. Against relic 5, bounty hunters are like, yeah, let's roll the dice. All right, here's another team that gets maligned quite a bit. People are like, dude, Saw Gerrera's team blows. It sucks so much, and I think it's people who are in denial a little bit. But look at, like, if you have a fast Saw and you have some relics behind it, like, this is a decent, it's a well-modded Starkiller team, and they've already killed 2 of my members. Luckily, they haven't focused down any of the 3 really important ones, but it's looking gross. Now, they don't have tenacity up, so we can get shock, we can get tenacity down, all that stuff on them. Start getting the hype train, the turn meter train going. I managed to get a 2-turn stun on all of them because they were all shocked, and then I procced that 80% for all of them. So a little bit lucky there, of course, but do the AoE. It does more damage based on how many buffs it dispels. And then Star Destroyer of Healing. Can do the AoE again. Killed the other ones, of course. Relic 9 Baze is just a unit. Really tough to kill. And we're dropping a ton of banners here, but it is technically still a one-shot. So, yay for that. Mine has 9 banners for that. Whew. Got torched. Alright, cool. So we got the full clear on this crazy account, at least on the ground. Yes, we dropped some, but we're good. And he didn't put threatening fleets out. He even put Chimera on defense, which I thought was super fun. People have been doing that lately. I don't... It's not a good defensive team, folks, unless you're in, like, Kyber 2 or less. Even in Kyber 2, it's only a good, viable team if your Empire team can't actually viably kill anything. I don't know. He didn't get any reinforcements. 75. Good to go. Now, you remember my last match, folks, when I said I never lose this one. I've never once in my life lost this. I do it like 20 times every season. I was like, okay, we got to try this. He's got high relic. He's a high relic. Geos, we should be good to go. Like, everything, like, we got to test this. And we again didn't land any target locks. So, it drives me crazy. So, we gotta... But we're getting some pretty bad RNG. And now, I'm in a place where I'm like, this has also never happened. Like, at this point, I've never gotten to the point where Hyena Bomber is not dead. Yeah, like, by this point, Hyena Bomber is always dead before their first reinforcement. That's an always. And I don't know if they changed something or if it's just, like, this really weird group of bad luck. But even still, folks, you can see, like, remember how I said, I think it was just a weird fluky thing for me to lose the original fight, or my last match. We got it this time, so I don't know. I guess we're good to go. All right, folks. This chain of this little string of encounters is something I would rather forget. This team that I'm using has, in the past, been able to beat Radis teams. The problem is, you just never test against full Relic 8 fleets. Like, I can't. There's just nothing to test with. And so my gauntlet died, my scythe died. I'm dying inside a little bit. Who should I bring? I decided to bring Defender. I think that was the wrong choice. Probably should have. Look at Defender, just freaking died. One shot. Boom. Didn't do anything. Probably should have brought Interceptor, because that would have dispelled all their buffs and cleansed all my debuffs. But I made the wrong choice, and so we killed Rose's hot sister. Well, we killed Rose, I guess. She's the one in the shuttle, and can't kill the Falcon. Nothing. All right. So luckily, we're not. This isn't one of those situations where you're like, oh, well, I could have won if I had just one-shot his really easy fleets. And really, what I should have done, if I needed to test my Negotiator versus Malevolence. I needed to test that to make sure I wasn't just going crazy. But what I should have done, if I'd really been interested in it, I have Radis. Radis could have killed Malevolence, and that's a very consistent counter as well. You just get fewer banners. The threshold for banners is less, and so you could do that. And then Negotiator has a really high win rate against this, even if it's not particularly great banners. Then you can beat Radis pretty consistently on the first shot. You just, like I said, you drop some banners, and then you move on. So you have no other choice. And all right, we killed the Falcon, and then they killed Finalizer. Now they're all buffed, and I'm debuffed. And at least they killed their capital ship, man. So someone was asking, like, what would happen if you fight these three fighters? Okay, we got Paige Tico here. We got Rose's hot sister to help us, because we're taking in our own. We're gonna say that she's actually the one who's commanding this bomber. But what would happen, guys, if we tried to use Radis on their Radis? And like, if somehow they survived long enough, what would happen? Does anyone know? I would be very interested to hear what you guys have to say about that. So, we dropped a little over 100 banners. Not my favorite. But also not the terrible score I was kind of anticipating. We failed a few times, yes. Did I quit myself? Well, I think for the most part, there were a few science-y things that, like, we could have gotten a better score. We could have used our Bane just to kill their Padme, but I wanted to see what it looked like to use Bane on Gungans, and I'm glad I did, because that's something I won't do now, unless I'm extremely desperate. But you know, you gotta test a little bit. And all right, guys. So here's the really sad part. I don't know how I ended up, and I'm about to go on vacation. I won't be able to edit this video, and so what I'm gonna do, because I have episode 4 from this series. Still, like, it hasn't been released yet as of this moment, and so I'll release that. This one will just be sitting in the comments once I find out what the final score is, if I got any holds, if I won, whatever. I'm gonna pin a comment to the top, and I'm gonna say final results, and then I'll hit the enter key a bunch of times, and so that there's no spoilers if you just go into comments. But then you can click on the pinned comment and see how I did. See what the final results are. All right, I'll put it in the comments. You'll be able to see it. So, anyways, folks, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment. If you like these videos, you don't want them to go away. You want me to do more of them, in fact. Make sure you're commenting, mounting the algorithm. It does help, and it'll send a lot of good feedback to me to keep wanting to make these. So, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth requests mounting. Obviously. Paige Tico's calling you to do it too, guys. I would answer that call if I were you. Take care, guys.